back on July 1st. We did get about 6 or 7 tenths of rain the night before last. Only got about a tenth or so last night, but they needed it. We've had the water on them a little bit every 2 or 3 days, giving them drink, but that rain definitely helped them out. So we're over here in what we call the 5-acre field. This is the second row. They're starting to grow, looking pretty good. Terminated the weeds around them. And sweet corn, of course. We've picked a few ears of it already, been testing it. We're gonna pick another 5 or 10 dozen tonight. And just another day or two and we'll start picking most of it. But it's row 1 over here now, so it looks about the same as the other one down through there. They're doing good. That row you can tell is a little bit closer together, 10-foot spacing where the other one's 15, but we'll jump over here to the next field and look what they look like. This little patch we call the calf pen. It's about 1/3 of an acre overall, but to the fence to where I'm standing, but the main patch there that's cover crops, just a 1/10 and a half or so, not very big. And they're 20-foot spacing on the plants, and they're 7 per row. So, but these were planted the same day as those over there that we just looked at, and these here got a lot better dirt right here. But they're looking good. Had one issue I'll show you guys here in a second, but otherwise got a little bit of a droop to them due to this 95-degree heat, but that's not bad at all at 2 o'clock on a 95-degree day. So looking good so far. These are the ones, probably gonna go ahead and pull them up and get rid of them. They're not gonna be worth anything. But these were actually a Big Max transplant, planted the same time as those were. So I mean, look at the difference. They're just hurting, they're sick, need to get rid of them. They're not gonna amount to nothing. So that's the 3-acre field over there, and boy, have those have grown. We'll jump over there and go look at those. We got rows 1, 2, and 3 over here, and you can tell I'm on the north end of the rows here. But those south end ones we've either had to replant or they were just wet starting out, so we've had to baby them along the first week or 2 there while they were wet, but they've come out of it real good now, and they're starting to grow. There's your 10-foot spacing versus your 20-foot spacing, which will work fine because you know you got your 2 plants here. Well, this middle one from this row is kind of in the middle of that other row there beside it, so they're kind of alternated down through there. But again, yeah, you can see pretty much in this row, I mean, those all look good, but then these up here on this other end, see how much bigger they are. They've just had that a little bit higher elevations made a huge difference. So, and you can see over here on row 7, those are they're starting to run, they're huge. And then you've got that small one right there we've had to replant. See, there's another one. Had to replant a couple, but otherwise, I mean, those have just absolutely taken off, and they're doing good. That rain definitely helped them out. We lost a couple last night. One little cell blew up and broke a few off, but if you guys remember from the previous videos, go back and check them out if you've missed them. But this is where I usually have stood and kind of showcase this row here. It's the one that we planted first and that's done the best so far, but just see how much those things have grown. And then we got row 8 over here we planted last, and they're coming along good. Had to replant a few of them as well. We'll go down here and look at this one that we lost last night. I went ahead and put a little dirt back around it and stood it up, but you'll see here what it 95% break in the stem does to a plant. So it's pretty much, it's gone. It's already dried up and crunchy, but it broke on me last night in that windstorm. See, it's still attached just a little bit, but broke right off. That was a Cinderella, kind of a flat red looking pumpkin, but I wanted to show you guys this here, something this thatch is doing. See, they're putting their little feelers out, kind of like cucumbers and stuff. But check this out, when you lift this up, look at it lifting all that thatch up as well. Them little feelers are, here's a good example. There we can see it. See how it's just all wrapped around that? So it's another reason this thatch, I think, is going to work out good for us. It's going to help them during these little pop-up storms, windstorms, and help them, give them something to grab to and keep them from getting rolled over. So stay tuned we'll update you guys in about another week or so. Continue to come check us out here, like and subscribe, and I'll keep giving you guys these weekly updates and see how these things grow throughout the summer. So appreciate you guys. Have a good day. God bless. July 2nd, did a video yesterday kind of updating you guys on what these pumpkins look like. Probably look like they've grown just since yesterday, but got my backpack sprayer here, spraying these weeds. So we're going to terminate these weeds around the pumpkins before they run. When I get up around close to the plant, I'll turn that nozzle out, lower pressure spray the weeds. I'm out here in the middle. It's a little bit easier. See the weeds there? I just kind of spot spraying. Just kind of see them where they're sticking up out of the weeds. But this thatch is doing good. We can see here, I mean, where it's thick, there's not very much weeds at all. But you come over here, for example, and you can see that bare ground in there, and you see them weeds coming up right in where that bare ground is, and you move over here where it's thatch and there's nothing. So weed barrier's working. There's another example there. You see them weeds, that's kind of a spot. See where the thatch is kind of messed up, and they got bare ground, and I mean, see the weeds that come up in that strip. So we're just doing a little spot spraying, terminating them, mixing about 12 to 15 ounces of Liberty, about an ounce or two of bean oil, and about 3 ounces or so of AMS Supreme, which is ammonium sulfate. So that's our mix for a 4-gallon backpack sprayer. I'm on backpack sprayer number 3 right now. Got all that done so far. We're almost done with the 3-acre field here. We'll move over there to the calf pen, and then a little spot in the 5-acre left to do. But I'm definitely putting it on a little heavier than probably what I should, but I want to make sure I kill these weeds before these pumpkins run, so I don't have to do it again for a while. So anyways, I just figured I'd update you guys on that, kind of tell you how I'm getting rid of these weeds. It is about 10:30, 11 o'clock right now. Very, very light wind, so we're not having to worry about the wind that much at all. But this middle of the day with the sunshine on these weeds, they should be smoked. So thanks again, guys. We might update you again later this week, so appreciate you. Stay tuned. Well, happy 4th of July, you guys. Celebrating our country's Independence Day today. We're also terminating the sweet corn, so we ended up having a really good year on this sweet corn. We're just bush hogging it down. We'll wait probably a week and then spray that where the corn was, get rid of all that grass and weeds that might have been left in the corn, and we'll let the pumpkins have it and let them grow. We might even stick a few pumpkins in there, but I'm not for sure. We might just let these 2 rows go at it. So I don't know what the exact total count was on how much sweet corn we got out of that, but I think in our previous videos when we measured these rows right here, I want to say they were 270 foot long, so that's about how long those 4 rows of corn was. So about 4 rows at 270 foot apiece, and we got like 150 dozen ears of corn off this 4 rows. So I'd say it did pretty good. But bush hogging it down, and we're done with sweet corn for the year. We're going to put us up some, put it in the freezer for the winter. So doing good so far. Just figured I'd give you guys another update and what we're doing today. So have a happy 4th and a good weekend.